Hey, what's going on? Welcome to a new episode, new season of the Late Night Lake Show podcast, powered by Prize Picks. It is your host, Ricky Kwame, and Jody McFly is in the building. Fellas, it's a new year. What the fuck is going on, man? It's been a minute. I'll probably bleep out that last fuck. Well, now I said it twice, so now I really don't care. But we here. It's been a minute, man. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like I was buried alive for 400 days about. Like, I don't know, man. There was a couple of seasons going back that I just it got a little dark for the LNLS family. But we here. How we feeling today? How we doing, my brothers?
Feeling good, man. I'm back full of optimism. The year is here.
Yeah, I gotta agree. The last 3 seasons were a little tough. The rush year, then the back-to-back D'Lo years, the Darvin years. Like it was a little tough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'll be honest, they got me excited again, man. I watched a couple preseason games. You know, these first halves, seeing the teams play. I'm excited. They got the Lakers gone and got me excited again. So shit, here we go. We're ready for another season, but I think it's gonna be a good one. I think we're much more prime than we have been previously. So I'm excited for it.
Hey, in the words of Michael Corleone, just when I thought I was out,
Yeah.
they pulled me back in.
Exactly.
So, I'm ready for whatever the Lakers are gonna put us through this year, good or bad.
Yeah, but I'm ready.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, we kind of sound like some Stockholm syndrome patients over here, right? Like we're starting to love our abuser right now, but it's all good, man. Hey, we are ready for the new era of Lakers basketball. The Lakers have a brand new head coach, as we all know. JJ Redick has got a couple of preseason games under his belt. We will talk about our expectations out of him. How much bail does he deserve as a rookie head coach for the very first time on any level of organized basketball? So we'll get into that. We'll talk about our big dogs, AD and LeBron, the supporting cast. We'll then jump into our predictions for the year. Y'all got to hold it to us. We'll clip it up. We'll put it on the timeline so y'all can roast Jody anytime he pull up in his Escalade and he flashing on folks.
Hey,
he can say, hey, remember when you predicted the Lakers at this way? Hey, I'm just saying, man, the double R's outside is hard not to see, bro. That's all I'm saying,
you about
man.
to make me put this Chevy emblem in here just so people don't know.
Bro, gonna put on the Chevy hat, man.
Right.
Put on the denim jacket. Gonna look like an everyday American, right? It's all good, man. We know it, Jody. We still love you, man. But yeah, if you guys don't already, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube or wherever you get your hashtag good content. We're going to do things just a little bit differently this season. We're going to start every episode off with some NBA news and notes. And we got some big ones since we haven't recapped really the offseason. We're going to fly through these. Fellas, first question that I have for y'all: which offseason move was the most impactful for their teams winning? Was it the Klay Thompson to the Dallas Mavericks acquisition, Big Cat to the Knicks, which I'm still processing, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, CP3 to join the Jolly Green Giant Wemby over in San Antonio, or Kwame's favorite player, Paul George, to the 76ers? Kwame, I'll kick it off with you, bro.
Well, Paul George is not my favorite player, and that is absolutely not the acquisition that moves me even in the slightest. For me, I'm be honest, it's the big bodega. Karl Anthony Towns heading over to the Knicks, man. I'll be honest, the Knicks are going all in, and I actually love it. I love what they're doing over there. I love the team they built. I think they're going to be a hell of an out in the Eastern Conference, provided health can be good. I think they match up very well with the Eastern Conference champions, Boston Celtics. I mean, they got wing defenders to go against their scores. They got a stretch big to go against their stretch big. And then, hey, we got battle of the guards. So I think it's a really good thing for the Knicks. I think it's great for the league. I mean, but you really got to think of what New York did. They got Brunson that offseason. They got OG in the trade, Josh Hart in the trade, Michael Bridges in the trade. They got Miles McBride off the bench. They've really revamped this team from just being the RJ Barrett and Julius Randle show. Look how far they've come. So to be honest, man, I really got to give it up to them. I think the other acquisitions are cool. They're nice little acquisitions. I mean, Klay Thompson, the Mavericks, doesn't move me an inch. He should have came to the Lakers. He sold the bag, but I get it. Chris Paul to the Spurs will be great for Wemby's development, but they're not winning no games out there for real. Like, let's be honest. It's just gonna get Wemby a whole new dimension to his game, and I think it'll be great for his development. Paul George to the Sixers. I mean, regardless, it's Embiid who drives the engine. If Embiid is not the person who gets it done, they're not going to be doing nothing. We've seen it with James Harden. We've seen it with Ben Simmons. He's had his fair share of teammates, and at the end of the day, it comes down to what is Embiid going to do. So I'll be honest, for me, it's the big bodega by a mile, and I'm excited for the Knicks this season. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, I'd agree with Kwame. I feel like all the other moves are either marginal or just above marginal to where it might move the needle, but CP in San Antonio is not going to do anything but help Wemby's mentality as far as the way that CP carries himself as a professional and how he goes about the job every single day. You know what I mean? I think that will pay dividends down the line, but that's not going to affect anything this year. But yeah, man, with the Knicks, they made a trade that makes them match up with the best team in the East, the Celtics, in a way that I don't know that anybody else in the East can match up with them. Which the only other team in the East that has something that I feel like they would be able to say would be Giannis or the Bucks because they have Giannis. And the way that the past 2 years have went for him, I'm almost thinking this year is going to be his year to kind of remind people of who he is and what he brings to the table. You know what I mean? As maybe the best player in the league, second best player in the league. So, but yeah, I think the Knicks by a considerable margin made the best move of the offseason. I don't know how much Clay to the Mavs moves the needle at the end of the day. I think they'll be a better team, but I don't know if that gets them quote unquote over the hump over other teams in the West that have gotten better. And I feel like the same question marks that we have about Luka, we still have those same question marks when it gets to that high level of basketball, that they're trying to do. And I don't know that Clay impacts that end defensively. So I don't know what it's gonna look like for the Mavs at the end of the road. But I think the Knicks are the one, is gonna be the team that's gonna have everybody's eye this year.
Man, something not sitting right. I'm gonna just be honest. Something is not sitting right with my spirit. First of all, this didn't get as much attention as it deserved, the Karl Anthony Towns trade. I feel like it happened on a Friday or a Saturday or whatever, slow news day. But regardless, it just, I don't know. The Knicks were already in contention. They were already good.
And underrated part of this.
They traded him for Julius Randle, which we moving up to Minnesota. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Land of 1,000 lakes. Get my island. One of them lakes. It's not cheap up there. Real estate in Minnesota is also not cheap. Julius gonna have a hell of a year with Ant and the big Frenchman. Appreciate you, brother. We'll figure it out. Going back to Cat, I don't understand it, bro, fellas. How does the league allow a deal this big feel so small? Like, the birth fees in the game, he dropped like 24, 26.
That's
just crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Cat doesn't have a high approval rating,
which is crazy because he hoops.
That's exactly what it is.
If he had a higher approval rating, it'd be respected more. But another underrated thing with what the Knicks got going on, bro, they got Jalen Brunson to agree to $100 million less than what he was worth.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen some shit. I don't know what the hell they got going on in New York. I'm not sure it's legal.
Yeah.
I'm hoping if
there's
a commissioner, there's a commissioner with a pulse, with a lit that's living and breathing and has a pulse, somebody got to look into this shit because it don't make sense. The math is not adding up.
Phone call. Check it out. Just inquire. How did so many great transactions happen over the last 24 months? This is like a 2-year turnaround.
Complete turnaround.
Like for a team in a market like fucking New York, because in no way in hell could something like that happen to the Lakers, maybe the Clippers, not the Lakers.
And that's my whole point, right? And I'm not hating on the Knicks. Shout out to them. Shout out to their front office. Shout out to the team, right? Hey, we Tibbs people over here. We love us some Tibbs, right? Shout out Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I got
suburban Chicago kid. Like we like the players over there, right? I'm hating that you guys got it, that you did so well. That's what I'm hating on. I just want to be clear that my Lakers pull off any of those trades.
What is
they
the
get
trade
OG,
package?
we dancing in the streets. We get Bridges, we dancing in the streets. We get Karl Anthony fucking Towns without giving up Anthony Davis and LeBron James. We burning shit down.
What does the Lakers package for Karl Anthony Towns look like? What would we have had to?
Everything.
Every pick for the next decade and a half. Our whole starting lineup outside LeBron and AD. Probably got to throw in, some cash considerations on top of it. Like,
I'll be honest, I'm probably traded, fellas. I'm probably traded in that deal. Like they just start picking fans, right? Picking folks. Like, yeah, you got to switch teams too. It's like, damn. Well, I understand. You got to do it for the greater good. But man, yeah. So I think we all in agreement. The Karl Anthony Towns to the Knicks trade
remarkable.
Is amazing. So definitely don't want to bury the lead, but we'll see how you guys end up making your predictions for who comes out the East this year. Funny, no love for Klay Thompson. I guess this is his Tracy McGrady San Antonio Spurs jersey.
Yeah, this is his Shaq Celtics jersey season.
Fuck that nigga. He not a parlay protector. No way.
Jody got some real disdain for some players that are not parlay protectors.
We need to make that a segment on our show.
Yeah.
Parlay protectors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, parlay protectors for the week. That needs to be a segment.
We need that.
Jody recaps his best and worst bets of the week and who's on his hit list going forward. Yeah, no, we'll add it to the segments. That's funny. All right, moving forward, fellas. Big off the court news that everybody already knows. Chef Saradia now the top dog over at ESPN. First of all, clap it up for Shams.
Hey,
what's up, bro? That's big.
One thing
That's bigger than big.
Shams is not 30. He is not a 30-year-old man yet.
Yeah, he's not. It's crazy.
Yeah. He hustling. He been hustling.
That's a testament to what hard work can get you. I want to shout out that brother because that's amazing. That's amazing.
It's all good. Shot him a text. He didn't text me back. I understand. Busy. Showed me the text. He didn't. Yeah, it's all good. It's funny. I'm 0 for life on text backs from Shams. But one day he's gonna hit me back with something. Maybe.
That's fair.
Text didn't go green though, so I think that's important. Text did not go green.
Well, sometimes they go green.
Right, and we know what that means. So shout out to Shams as well. Hey, Big Woj, best of luck on the next chapter of your career. Yada yada yada.
Woj said,
happy though.
Is done.
Yeah, sure, great. He finished it. Still with me blocked. All good. Don't fucking matter anymore. So I get all my notifications from Shams. This works out fantastic. Now you can go and take over the head of St. Bonaventure, live a peaceful life, and in about 16 years, do not write no fucking type of interest letter to nowhere in the Chicagoland area addressed to the Barnes family.
Right.
Because we ain't picking up the matter of fact, we're gonna do a little content of flashing back to this moment. And I'm gonna still show the block. So if you're calling it and you got interest in a Grayson, or if you got interest in a Gianna, and you see my last name on it, keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Because we ain't picking up. All right? We're not picking up. It's till death now, my brother. You retired with me, Block. I'm going to retire with you, Blocked. How about that?
It's going to be smoke forever.
That's it. Like, I'm kind of bullshitting, but like, low-key, like, no, that's kind of smoke forever. Him and Shelburne, too. Like, I don't give a fuck that she got me blocked, but like, anyway.
With this Shams move, does ESPN completely control the NBA narrative? I mean, they have essentially they're the only news breaker right now. Who else is breaking news at the level that Shams is going to be breaking news? Like
Chris Haynes is probably a distant second.
I didn't even think
that's a
like
distant second.
Yeah.
That feel like a big.
And Chris is doing his thing. He's about to be a free agent too. So if they just decide to Thanos and collect all the NBA folks,
it might be up. They're going to control the whole narrative.
Seen more days in the league than he will see. So yeah, what's his name? Haynes definitely gonna have to figure something out.
Yep.
Yeah, because Dave ain't got too much time left.
He ain't got another 13 years in the league, dog.
Haynes better make some more connections, or he might be up.
Oh, that's funny as hell. The Haynes and Dame is Windhorse's LeBron, huh?
Basically,
or what we thought it was Windhorse.
Right. Just like, no, I need to hitch my
hitch your wagon to somebody.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. No, but that's dope. That's dope. Shams really got it. Yeah, but you're right. ESPN kind of does have a vice grip on breaking news. I'm trying to think. Anyone over at Yahoo that be doing it? There's one dude over at Bleacher Report they'll be trying with the glasses. I should probably remember his name because I'd love to have him on the show. But I won't call it out even if I remember it now. So I can't say that I forgot him if I don't admit who it was.
There you go.
Moving forward. In like a little bit of sad news, man. I'm gonna be honest. This kind of fucked me up just a little bit. The passing of Dikembe Mutombo, the great NBA big man, legend of the game. If you were born any time in the 80s or in early 90s, you know about Dikembe. You know about his signature finger wag, right? He brought that all the way to his post career. And I think those were those Geico commercials? What commercials was he doing there? No.
Progressive, I think.
Progressive. Okay.
One of them insurance joints. Yeah.
Yeah. Just smacking the shit out of a little girl bag of chips. Right. So, man, and you see the stories about folks and how great they are, not just for their playing career, but off the court. Dikembe was really one of them ones, man. Like he would strive to help the world, and the world lost a real one, especially in the way that he went. Brain cancer sounds awful. So prayers to his family. Shout out to his legacy. And we'll be thinking about you, big man. He joins Jerry West and Bill Walton in the forever peacefulness of basketball eternity.
Yes, sir. Right. God bless the dead.
Yeah, God bless the day. Mutombo was one of those guys, growing up, he was the center everybody knew about. When he was a kid, he was the center. And again, the signature finger wag. Shame to see him go, man, especially in that type of fashion. But the impact he left on the game will never be forgotten.
Did y'all hear the story that LeBron told about Dikembe?
Nah.
Yeah, it was he just did it because obviously he just passed away, and he was just telling the story. They had asked him if he has a Dikembe Mutombo story. He was like, yeah. He was like, my rookie year was playing against him, and I drove to the basket, and he hit me. He caught me with an elbow and broke my nose. He said I had to wear a mask for like a couple weeks after that. He was like, that's my Dikembe Mutombo story, and it just made me think like. Dikembe was in an era where it was real physicality, not to like downplay or up, any other era, but he was in an era where if you're going to the rim, you about to catch an elbow.
Yeah.
And they swear LeBron didn't play in that era.
But it was special. He also played in the era where they had great jerseys. Like Dikembe was really one of those guys.
Yeah.
His jerseys are triple platinum. Come on,
man,
they got the OG.
Was crazy.
The Nuggets jersey with the mountain peaks. The OG Hawks jersey with the actual big ass hawk on it, bro. And then he got the fucking blue 76ers jerseys with Iversons, right? The whites, the blacks one. But the blue joints, them shimmery bitches, I was like, whoa, all right, maybe they do.
The satin blue joint.
Yes, the shit looked like wave caps and shit. Yes. So easily. All right, bet we're gonna start a Jersey Hall of Fame rankings. Who's got which journey? He's not really a journeyman. He's played for more than 3 teams, but Dikembe's up there. He got some of the coldest jerseys.
Got some good ones. Shout out the Africans too.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to dive right into the Lakers season, expectations that we have for the coaching staff and the players, and give y'all some predictions on how we think this NBA season is about to shake out. Late Night Lake Show. Don't go nowhere. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Ricky with Late Night Lake Show. Real quick, just wanted to send some flowers, send some love to one of our A1 Day Ones, friends of the show, Prize Picks. They've been rocking with us since this account and this whole operation was in its infancy, way before we have grown to the production that we are here today. And we can't thank them enough for believing in the engine that is LNLS. And to show our love, we got a new promo code for y'all. Type in the promo code CLNS for up to $100 deposit match on your first deposit. That's right. You already know how Prize Picks is coming, man. It is the #1 daily fantasy experience. You make your picks higher or lower. You make 2 to 3 selections. And if you hit, you might be able to cash out on a nice little 5, 10, 15, 25, all the way up to 100 times your deposit. Make your bets, win you some money, give them the shout out, and give Late Night Lake Show a shout out too. Promo code CLNS. Peace.
when do the Lakers get nice stuff? That's all I want to know. When can we get some nice stuff too? We ain't got nothing nice since when Anthony Davis showed up. That was the last gift we got. The NBA God said, y'all good for the next decade plus. I don't know how I feel about
it. And I mean, we did win a championship in relatively recent memory.
We did.
We did go to the Western Conference Finals in relatively recent memory.
Literally.
You know, that was so fucking funny. Your team can actually still be successful and it not be good enough.
Yeah. That's the tag we wear. It's crazy. Almost any other team in the league, this would be a huge success story if they were able to accomplish what the Lakers accomplished in the last 7 years LeBron has been there. If it was any other team, it'd be rounds of applause, cheer, praise, but because of the Lakers,
they was like
championship or not.
They was like, Brian, do you have anything else left to prove? He like, nah. They're like, oh my God, come on, what you just here to make movies again? I'm
like, come on, man.
This nigga just won a championship and they went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago.
With Darvin Ham as the head coach. Went to the Western Conference Finals.
I really be thinking, like, bro, what the hell do y'all want from these people, man?
I don't know. I be thinking the same thing. I forgot what the spread was even for that Western Conference Finals. I think it was only like 13 points or something was like the total like different point differential in the sweep. Right. So again, it's a sweep. I get it, but it was a close ass sweep. That's what I'm saying. We were literally right there 2 seasons ago. And again, we just ran into the buzzsaw of Denver last year. Had we not, who knows what could have happened? Like I said, I mean, but Denver's not looking so strong this year. They lost KC3 and they got Russell Westbrook, the kiss of death. I know it's your boy Jody, but
no, it's all good. It's all good. That just let me know for a fact they're not winning this year, so I don't actually got to worry about
that. That's how I feel. So, hey, I think Denver will still be good, but they don't scare me no more. Unfortunately, they don't scare me no more.
I'm not moved.
They lost Bruce Brown and KCP. Their team is slowly dwindling. So
yeah, that was kind of nasty. I think that was salary cap induced, but they losing KCP. As somebody who's lost KCP in the past, it's going to hurt. I can tell you firsthand how that feels. It don't feel great.
He is not replaceable like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, KCP said, funny. "Yeah, this is the first time I've been on a team where everybody wants to play defense." Talk about the Magic.
I can't wait to say that to a Nuggets fan this year. Oh, I cannot wait to say that. You know, speaking as someone who's lost KCP before, I'll tell you it does not go well.
Not go well.
It's not fun,
unfortunately.
Man. Yeah, not fun. KCP and then Caruso is.
Y'all see they voted Caruso the second best perimeter defender in the NBA.
You know, I got a lot of thoughts, but
and the fucking Thunder picked him up. I'm so fucking mad.
What they didn't even have to give a first round pick, did they? Or was it just a first round pick? I even forgot.
We didn't even talk about it. The Thunder got Hartenstein and Caruso.
Oh yeah,
I mean those were huge.
Without giving up a first round pick for either one of those, the guys who have a war chest of picks, nobody took them and gave them 2 great players. Drugs.
Hartenstein, parlay protector.
Yeah, he's a parlay protector. He'll do his thing.
We need to put that up as a graphic.
Or like have a ding every time we say somebody's name and put them in a parlay protector tally side, and then the parlay destroyer. We gotta think of another name instead of parlay, because parlay protector kind of sounds
right
funny.
In the middle.
Yeah, it goes right.
It would be right in the middle of
and
everybody.
then every time we say a player's name, it should just come with an
right.
Yeah.
Don't bet on that guy.
Yeah, he not pushing P. He not pushing parlays.
That is great, dog. That's the type of shit that's gonna push us to the next level, because that's the charisma and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. I actually really like that. We gonna have to do that for real.
All right, fellas. So Late Night Lake Show. Oh yeah,
we got to jump back in there because I got kids. I got hair appointments and haircuts here shortly.
I got you. Gotcha. Let's get into it. All right.
Yep.
All right, welcome back. Late Night Lake Show season preview episode. Well, actually, I forgot to do my whole timestamp type thing. We come to you guys on Friday, October 11th, year of our Lord 2024. The Lakers have, what was that? They just beat the Bucks last night. LeBron played, AD played, Max Christie got the start. That was good. Right. Yeah, we like that. Reeves did not play. What was that? An ankle injury? He's
ankle soreness.
A little soreness of the ankle, none too crazy. Christian Dior Wood did not play. He's dealing with what ribs, back, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Christian Wood's not ready.
That nigga dealing with life.
Like Jared Vanderbilt is not ready, which
He might
is
never play again. Both feet are bad.
And as somebody who has issues with their feet now, all of a sudden, I get it. But like, damn, bro, we got maybe 30 healthy games out of him before the wheels started getting a little shake. Since that alternator started making noise, since that transmission started to stall out. Jeez, get healthy, bro. I mean, you had the whole summer, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Got to recover on you. Run your own race. But nonetheless, the Los Angeles Lakers are well into their preseason, and the NBA season is right around the corner. We have a brand new head coach to talk about, to praise, to probably break down and start criticizing at some point. But he's fresh. He's new. We just drove him off the lot. JJ Redick, everybody. He is we said at the beginning of the show, he does not have a whole bunch of coaching experience, but what he does have is a tenacity for the game. And you can see it. You can definitely see it. You can see it when he was doing his podcast with LeBron. You can see it in just these interviews and how he talks about the game. And I'm not going to lie. I am scarred from previous Lakers head coaches, Coach Swine, and a little bit of Frankie Smokes, right? But Frankie Smokes got us a championship, so I can't even put him in that category. Coach Swine, and even like Luke Walton, right? Where I was excited about what we're getting, brand new. Ooh, hasn't been a head coach before. Here we go. What we got? And it's like, damn, you don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't kind of feel that way right now with JJ. I think it's the cautious optimism. But fellas, what are our thoughts? What are our initial thoughts? What are the 3 preseason games in the books with JJ Redick? How are we feeling on our confidence scale with him? Jody, we'll kick it with you.
Well, with JJ, it's kind of funny. It reminds me of something my grandma used to say to me when I was a kid, and I used to say I felt about something or somebody, and my grandma would always say, "Keep living," and I would never understand what she meant by that. She would just say, "Keep living, Jody," or she would call me Baby Jody. And it's so funny, JJ Redick being the head coach of my favorite basketball team, because I remember a time when I hated this nigga's guts. Like, there was a time when I swear to God, if I seen JJ Redick, I might have swung on that nigga. That's how much I hated on. That's how much I hated, because I hated Duke. Just the early, y'all remember those early 2000 years of college basketball.
Yeah.
And JJ Redick was one of those guys that was so good you hated him. And it's just so funny now that he's on a coach on a team that I like, and I like JJ now. All of these years later, it's funny. I had to keep living to realize I actually didn't hate this guy. But
actually,
I think JJ can be good. Look, Darvin Ham got 47 wins out of the year last year, which is virtually the same roster sans Dalton Connect, who I'm assuming is going to be in the rotation this year. So if Darvin Ham can get 47 wins, a part of me doesn't want to have any expectations because I don't want to be let down. But the way that JJ carries himself, as far as how he speaks about the game, how he explains the game, and how he tries to break it down, and the reason that we have an idea of what this will be like, because one of our very own happened to have a podcast with this guy. So we do have an idea of how he at least thinks about situational basketball. And that was my biggest gripe with Darvin Ham, is that I felt like it was oblivious when it came to situational basketball, knowing when to call timeouts, knowing when to draw in out of timeout plays, knowing when to get your guys involved so that they don't drift out of the game. With Darvin, we'll have a 22-point first half with AD, and he'll fuck around and end the game with 25 points.
Right.
And so I'm just hoping that JJ can affect the game in those areas, and I'm hoping that manifests itself in us winning more games on the margins.
Yep.
And if that's the case, we should be able to get to be outside of the fucking play, to where we're not getting to game 79, game 80, game 81, and we talking about, man, if the Thunder rest their players against the fucking Warriors who need to win this game,
right.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But so that's where I'm at. It could go either way. Is how I look at it.
Oh, yeah, I think you work through all your emotions, which I'm proud of. That's big, especially in our community, fellas. You got to be able to express and say how you felt and how you've grown from it. So it does seem like that you are optimistic about JJ, but obviously a little scorned by not just the past personally with him, but just that these new head coaches might not be on shit when they get into the saddle.
Right.
I mean,
Kwame, what say you, bro?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a lot with Jody on this, man. I think the team performed pretty well under the not so steady hand of Darvin Ham. We lost so many games on the margins, like Jody said. So many games we lost by little mistakes here and there. And again, if JJ can simply clean that up, and again, you compound that with the health issues, roster, all types of things that we dealt, and we still made out like bandits a couple times. Like just 2 seasons ago, the Lakers were in the Western Conference Finals in Darvin Ham's rookie season, despite all his shortcomings. They made it that far. The team's got the talent, so I think we got what we need. So I'll be honest. JJ gives me a lot of optimism. I think our assistant coaching staff is stellar as well. I think there's a nice group of a nice bit of checks and balances here. So I don't think JJ also gives me a bit of that sense that he's very aware. He's an aware coach. He's aware of what's happening. He's aware of the narratives online. He's aware of what the media tries to spin. He's very aware. I feel like Darvin, whether he was aware or not, chose to act like he wasn't aware and chose to stay in his ways. And I like that JJ's seems like he's willing to move that around. And like I said, I think that could really benefit this team. Again, as much as Darvin Ham was, trying his best, saying go hard on them dudes doesn't work too well in the huddle with a bunch of grown men trying to win a basketball game. I'll be honest with you.
Like, not at all.
It's not moving the needle.
And one thing, like Darvin Ham, this was the epitome of Darvin Ham. I think it was game 3 against the Nuggets last year. We're in control of the game. We're up like 8. We were up 13. I think it goes to 8, and we should have called a timeout. He doesn't call a timeout. I think we end up being up by like maybe 4, or he calls a timeout when we're like down 4. When he should have called one when we were like up 13, they cut it to 8, and he should have called a timeout right there, and he didn't call it until we're in the middle of the fucking buzzsaw, and we're already down. And at that point, that was all she wrote. And that's what I need from JJ, to be able to know. Darvin had a terrible feel for the game, for the game as a coach. And you would think the type of player that Darvin was, being a role player, 6-man, 7th, 8th man type, he would have a feel for the game, because for the vast majority of his career, he was probably watching a good majority of what was going on the game. You know what I'm saying? So it was just sick. But with JJ, maybe him being on Doc Rivers' teams and blowing those leads so much is going to work out in our favor, because he knows what it looks like when the shit is going off the fucking rails.
I love the Doc Rivers stray.
Maybe this is wishful thinking. Maybe I've been so scarred that I can only hope for the absolute best and just be delusional. But I just don't know. I pray that JJ is not the type of coach that will come this close to squandering 70 plus games of Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
He was definitely on the fuck around time for a lot of
games out of
70
both
of
of those guys last year.
Yep. Yes, we did.
Can we be mad if we only get 50 games out of LeBron this year?
Yeah, I will hate Darvin even more. Bro, we are on, and I don't think any of us have talked about it. We're on borrowed time. Yeah. We've been on borrowed time with this man. Like,
it's 40 this season.
Like, 40, man. Nobody doing this. Nobody is doing this, all right? Eventually, right, this won't look like this. We are grateful for every game, every quarter, every minute, every highlight that it looks like this, because we know this is not going to last forever. Okay. Yeah. I guess it makes sense to talk about LeBron, what we expect from him this year. Looked like the best player on the floor for the Olympic team.
He won the Olympic MVP. MVP of the Olympics. Hey.
So, I think he still looks like, on a one-game basis, the best player in the world.
Man, it was a game that mattered more than anything, and it was LeBron that was guarding Jokic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Say whatever you want. That's what the truth was.
Yeah.
I'm at a point with LeBron, right? Like, what's his career, right? Like a 26. He'll probably be down to
like 27-5 or 27. Was it 27-8 and 6? I think it's like his average. 27-8 and 6, I think.
So,
like, LeBron will sleep and get you 25 and 5.
Yeah,
LeBron will retire a 25 and 5 player at the very least. He'll never not have that as his floor. So what are my expectations out of LeBron James in year 21?
22.
22?
22.
I
tied
guess
for most seasons all time.
So what? Am I crazy to say, hey, give me 25, 7 and 4, 25, 7 and 5?
No, not at all.
Man, I'm with LeBron's numbers. I'm to the point where they are what they are. I just need the health. I just need the health, man. And that's it, because we've seen the 50-point LeBron Laker games. We've seen the 40-point LeBron Laker games. We got the 31s. We've seen the games when he didn't made 8-3. Like, there's damn near nothing that he hasn't done in a Laker uniform. I just want the health, and I just want one more playoff run. Can I just get one more playoff run with competent coaching?
Yeah.
And I don't know, that still might be a lot to ask. We might get to the season and it might just be like, we've seen it. This is the year that it happened. It's very possible that could happen. You know what I mean? And
I don't know, man. When I think about LeBron, man, it's like, this guy is insane, bro. Like, what I saw in the Olympics was insane. Like, the highest level of competence on a floor full of superstars, he was still shining so bright. So bright, man. Like, it's crazy. And he said it himself, like, to be able to play meaningful basketball, he still got it in him. He knows he can deliver on a meaningful stage when these games are, when it's time. So all that did was get me excited, man. Again, he's playing with his son now too. The motivation got to be through the roof, bro. Like, I think if the situations are right, man, this team, man, and again, it's gonna go speed of LeBron, speed of AD. So health at the end of the day is what's most important. Because when those boys are on the floor, they're gonna show up and show out. So all we need is health, some competent coaching in the margins, and to be honest, I think sky's the limit for this team.
And some role players to
step up.
To step up. Yes.
But, when I really think of our two stars, man, there's not a lot that I can say negative. Anthony Davis, again, even in the Olympics, was looking like the best player on offense and defense at times. Like, the impact he has defensively is insane, especially when you allow him to roam a little bit. We saw that when he shared the court with Bam. It was crazy. Come on, man. Like I said, we could get any resemblance of that on the Lakers. It's up. Like, that's what gets me really excited about this team. The Lakers are probably one of the teams that we have such a high ceiling, but such a low floor at the same time. So it's like, it can go either way. And it's really just kind of goes on the crux of health and the role players deciding they want to come in and play today. So, like I said, I think our two stars are going to be really, really good this season. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I feel like LeBron's got a new breath in him coming off the heels of the Olympics and now playing with Bronny next to him.
Hey,
motivation ain't going to be a problem.
That is a very good point that you said, Kwame. The Olympics point, for Bron and AD to get that taste of meaningful basketball.
Yeah.
And then for Bronny being on the Lakers, like it was a lot made of the Lakers drafting Bronny with the 55th pick. And I'm not saying this to even discuss Bronny. I'm saying if drafting him is going to make your best or second best player on the team that much more motivated, what does it really cost you at the end of the day?
Exactly.
Well, I'm over the whole like folks act like Bronny was drafted 12th.
Exactly.
The 55th pick. I'll give anybody any amount of money if they can name me 5 55th picks in NBA history.
Just give me 5 of them.
I'd like to hear 2 other ones. Give me 2 other ones. People aren't going to know off the top of their head.
But if that's all it's going to take to get this nigga who's LeBron's basketball career is old enough to drink liquor. Like, if we like,
that's crazy.
That's facts. That is crazy.
If that's all it's going to take to get this old ass nigga to be locked in, if we can get another 70 games out of him, give Bronny a fucking 4-year contract, give him $10 million. That's money well spent.
Absolutely.
Especially because he's playing at this level. It's not like we got the wheels fell off LeBron and he's trying to get his son to play with him. No. All right. And just so everyone knows, this is how it's going to go. Game 1 of the NBA season, at some point, probably in the first half, maybe in the second half,
right?
Bronny's going to get onto the court. He's going to play a shift of basketball. Bronny's going to be off of the court. And then Bronny's probably going to go down to the G League after
South
that.
Bay.
Yep,
and
okay. And that's okay. That's okay, guys. Hey, and you know what? If those end up being a negative 39 shift, okay. You know what? If the season was lost right there, we was fucked from the start anyway, guys.
I'm gonna just say this. I've seen the Lakers be ass without Bronny James. So what the fuck does it matter? Is like I'm so fucking like, bro, that shit.
That's funny.
It's funny. It's funny because the Steelers are going through a very somewhat similar situation with some players in one of our position groups. And they talking about we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that. And I'm like, the team is ass with this nigga. So what the fuck does it matter if he's there or not there? Like, I don't, bro. We've seen them niggas get destroyed with LeBron and AD on the floor.
Yep.
I've seen the Johnny rap.
Like, we've seen Robert Sacre on the fucking Lakers, my nigga. What the fuck does it matter? And I'm not trying to throw a shot at that man. He's an NBA player. I want to be clear. But I'm saying, what are we talking about?
Yeah, Bronny James, the discourse is just nasty, to be honest.
But outside of that, though, I do just want to say, I do believe the Lakers are gonna still be a playoff team this year, no matter what. I'm just hoping we get out of the play-in. That's just my hope.
Yeah, just don't be a playing team. I agree.
Well, let's get into predictions, fellas. Let's do it. So the Los Angeles Lakers are coming off of a season where they were the 7th seed. I think this was 2 play-in tournaments in a row that they successfully made it to the playoffs. 2 seasons in a row where they faced the Denver Nuggets in the first round. 2 seasons in a row where they no, not 2 seasons in a row where they were bounced by the Nuggets first round. Is it?
No,
Nuggets
twice, but it was Western Conference.
Excuse me.
Both Nuggets.
We were on that.
What did we play in the first round 2 years ago?
Memphis.
Yeah. Then ended the Warriors dynasty.
And ended the Warriors. Yep. So we're looking for some non-play-in tournament basketball this season, fellas. So that's kind of where I want to start here with Lakers predictions. Really, whatever gets us out of the play-in, I'm going to feel a lot better about the outcome of this season. All things considered, you got JJ coming in as a rookie head coach. If the floor was the 7th seed with Coach Pockets, you got to at least get up out of there and be a 6th seed, a 5th seed, a 4th seed. To be honest, I'd like to see a top 4 seed again. I don't think we've seen that since 21, right?
Yeah.
When we lost to Phoenix.
Yeah. We dropped it. We dropped when we got hurt, when Bron got hurt, and dropped all the way into the play-in again.
Right. So.
Oh yeah, because that was the year Bron hit them threes on the Warriors.
Yeah, where he said he saw 3 rims. Yeah.
That was the first that's true. Right. So that was the first play-in. You're right. So I mean, even before that. So we're at a point now where I guess if you're looking at it by the original NBA standings and how playoff seedings are done. The Lakers have made the playoffs clean, right? Since completely missing it. No, but they haven't missed it since 2020, have they?
Yeah, missed it one time. Russ first year.
We missed it in
I guess
22,
22, 23.
Okay.
We missed it in 18 and 22.
Yeah.
21,
okay.
22. And 22,
right.
23 was Western Conference Finals year. 23, 24 was first round
Yes,
year.
it was first round last year. Yep. Yeah, we only missed it one time.
All right. Let me recook.
Hey, I wanted to say one thing because I thought about it. There is a scenario where the Lakers are in the play-in again this year, but they're a significantly better team. And the reason I say that is because you got OKC, you got Denver, you got who else? Minnesota,
Denver, OKC. You want to say? I'm not saying the Clippers.
I say Mavs.
No,
obviously the Mavs. Yeah,
Grizzlies might be back, but I don't know about them.
The Grizzlies. That's what I was thinking about.
That's the one team that comes back.
It's very possible. I don't remember what was that, like 2014 or 2015, when it was like all 8 teams in the Western Conference had 50 plus wins.
Right.
Was it earlier than that? Like,
it was earlier than that. Yeah, where everybody was cold. It was one of the Kobe years.
So I do think there is a scenario where we fuck around and end up in the play-in, but not because we're like just a bad team, but because it's so like the Grizzlies are gonna be back. They're gonna take a spot next year. And they didn't take a spot last year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you got those 5 right there. If you add in the Lakers, and then you got Houston might be better, might be playing around that play-in area. The Warriors are probably going to be around that area. It could get really. I think so. Because we haven't even mentioned.
I'm with you on Houston. I'm with you on Houston.
We haven't even mentioned the Suns. So
yeah, that's true.
It's gonna, like, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, I can see a scenario where we're there, and the way that the media play up, same old Lakers, when in reality, it just is a fucking stacked West.
Like 4 seeds are separated by 2 games type beat.
Type shit, yeah.
That's true. I'd like to be at the top of that. I'd like to actually prove out to be the team that actually gets that higher seed. But I'm with you. Definitely possible. What say you, Quan?
Yeah, I think the Lakers I think they definitely could finish as the top 6 seed. I mean, to be honest, this is my top 6, no necessarily particular order. I got OKC, the Timberwolves, the Mavs. I think the Grizzlies can come back. Provided Ja's health, I think they could come back. Denver and the Lakers. That's my top 6, no particular order. My play-in teams, I got the Suns, the Pelicans, the Kings, and I don't know between the Rockets and the Clippers. I might go Clippers, but that was a tough one. That's a tough one.
Didn't even mention the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings. The Kings, to me, I think they're a decent team, but I don't know if they're one of their conference busters. So I got them in the play.
No, the Kings got better. We didn't mention them when we were talking about additions, but DeMar.
I have a hard time believing in that team. I don't know why. I really
another
have a
one
tough
of Kwame's
time.
boys. I need a running list of Kwame's boys. Kwame's favorite players around the
people
league.
I don't believe in.
Yes, yeah, no, but I'm gonna keep flipping it every time. The Kwame believers. I'm gonna figure out a fan group. Just niggas Kwame just would rather never see play basketball again. So,
and my bottom 5, I kind of close out. I got again either Rockets or Clippers. I got the Warriors, Jazz, Spurs, and Blazers to round it out. So that's kind of what I'm looking at in terms of my conference. Again, no necessarily particular order, but those are the teams I feel are the best. I feel the Warriors have a huge drop off. I feel like their team is going to stink. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Pelicans are kind of middling. I know they added DeJounte Murray, but that still doesn't scare me. Until Zion decides he really, really wants to play basketball, they're not gonna strike fear in my heart.
Dog, the West is stacked.
The West is stacked, man. The West is tough. The West is tough. It's gonna be an interesting year for sure, like you said. But yeah, I think the standout teams for sure. That top 6. I don't know a lot of movements happening there. Like I said, I think somebody could fill in that Grizzly slot, but I think OKC, Timberwolves, Mavs, and Denver are guaranteed top 4 seeds, and then the last 2, it's kind of a toss up. I'd say between Lakers, Suns, and I gotta go Grizzlies. I guess.
I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I am with Jody on the Rockets. I do think they should take another step forward. Jalen Green, we need to figure this out, buddy. Are you one of them ones, or are you just really athletic and like jumping and
I
shit?
forgot they got Reed Shepard too. And
Mhm.
he
You're
might
right.
he might be one of them
They got
ones.
some poppers over there, man. They got a couple of young, Sengun. He's another one that proved to be
Yeah.
one of them bigs,
Jabari,
right?
Yeah, Jabari
So
Smith Jr. They got a nice little young whip developing over
yeah,
there. They got Amen
they got a
Thompson.
whip over there. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, they got some
I just need
guys.
this now. Mind y'all, this is the first full off season that they had coaches been down in Houston. Okay, I just need them to chill out. I don't know if he's perused the gentlemen's clubs down there.
Bruh, control
But
your horny level.
control the horny level, my brother. It seems like you have an up and coming young team. Please, for the love of God, you already ruined one.
He will never get another chance like the one he got right now after he fucked up in Boston.
Yeah.
What he did.
Yeah, bro, just fucking executive wise. That's
There's no easy games in the West. I'm gonna be honest with you. The West got no easy games. Maybe the Blazers is probably your only easy night, but even like the Jazz and Spurs, like they're not slouches. Like they'll give it to you too. So
And
yeah, the West got no easy nights.
The Blazers have a big team. They have an athletic team. They have young guys that are like trying to prove themselves. Like there are no pushovers in the West.
No pushovers in the West. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it all shakes out. But we cannot have a lull like we did in the middle of the year with Darvin Ham last year after the in-season tournament.
The in-season tournament.
If we do that, it's Rap City, man. It's curtains because these young kids they ready to take over.
Yeah, the next gen ready to take over the league. So the old guys want to get it. They can't let up. So it'll be a fun year for sure. But yeah, we got to make sure the Lakers, they got to hit it out the gate and they got to keep momentum. You drop too many games in a row, you're really going to be on the outside looking in this Western Conference.
Yes, sir. But I'm about to I gotta get out of here, man. Y'all boys be good until the next time, all right?
All right, Joe.
Yes, sir. All right,
we'll catch y'all next time, man. See you.
That was Jody. I know Jody got to pick up his football team of children over there in the stretch Hummer. I mean, at this point, bro, he just need to go ahead and purchase the limo.
Yeah, the money as much as he got.
Like, just make that the weekend side hustle, right? So that'll work out. Bro, did you see the Elon mobiles?
Yeah,
that van I thought was a lot smaller than I saw 90 people step out that bitch, and I'm like, okay, clearly I'm just looking at the wrong angle on this thing. Yeah, it was like a double-decker bus looking contraption.
He was filing out.
I don't know, man. He's definitely off. He's definitely off, but I do appreciate him trying shit with vehicles and transportation. So, Quan, before we get out of here, man, who you got coming out the West? Who you got coming out the East?
Dog, this is tough. I really struggle with this one. And I'm gonna sound like a homer, but I feel like you get the Lakers in the playoffs. I don't know who really beats them. Like when I really think of like the top teams. OKC, I still think they're a little too young. I know they did get significantly better. LeBron just destroys young, small teams. And OKC is one of those teams. The Timberwolves losing Cat, I think that hurts him a little bit. Julius is not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not the same stretch. So I'd be curious to see how the floor plays out for them. Yeah. And I think obviously they're just full. I mean, they already did, but they're just really handed the whole franchise over to Ant Edwards. So we'll see if he can really come alive. I think the Mavs are going to be just as good as they were last year. I don't see them really taking a dip. I don't think Clay adds a ton, but I also don't think he takes anything away. But that's all. That's probably a team that I see being tough. I don't think the Grizzlies can beat us. Honestly, Denver doesn't scare me as much anymore. We're going to have to see how it plays out when the season starts. But to be honest, my Western Conference Finals, I had Lakers Mavs, to be completely honest with you. I think that's how it gets. I think we just need to avoid the buzzsaw of Denver if by chance that's any possibility. I don't see another team in the West that I think can beat us. I felt that way last year. I felt that way the year before. That in the playoffs, I don't see a lot of teams taking these guys out 4 games in a row. I think Denver had the mental edge for sure, but they've lost a couple key players that I don't know keeps them propped up the way they were. And again, remember, every game we played last year with them was extremely close. So I think a few things shift. We have a better coach now. I think we have another year of cohesion with our roster. I feel good about it. Then we go over to the East. I think that's easy. I think it's Celtics, Knicks, provided that's the way the bracket breaks out.
Right.
I think those are easily the best two teams in the East. As much as I hate to see the Jolly Green Giants be good, they are, and they kept their team exactly the same. They didn't lose a soul, which is insane. You have a championship team, and you basically brought the entire team back. Porzingis didn't even play in the finals, bro. I think he played like a game and a half. Like he wasn't really playing in the finals, and they easily won that joint, in my humble opinion. He's gonna come back again. We have question marks about his health, but until proven otherwise, I don't see why they're not the champions of the East. But I think the Knicks really give them a run for their money. It'll depend on how much the Knicks can kind of gel together. And I'll be honest, I am not a Thibodeau believer in the playoffs, man. I feel like he's a poor adjuster. We've seen
How
his
could you
teams
say that?
rock out in the regular season and then flare out in the playoffs because for some reason he doesn't make adjustments. He comes from the school of Doc Rivers, after all. We got to remember that he comes from the school of Doc Rivers. And what does Doc Rivers not do? Make no damn adjustments. So it makes me a little nervous with Thibodeau running that team, especially in a playoff setting. But we saw last year he made something out of nothing with Brunson and them. So
Facts.
I don't know. It's tough, but those are my top four from both conferences.
Yeah, I'm with you on the East side, right? And now I have to turn into a secondary Knicks fan in that situation if it's Celtics Knicks. That is a non-negotiable, right? I'm gonna have to figure out my bodega nicknames and shit. Whatever they need me to do, I'll be Dominican Ricky. I do not care, right? Puerto Rican Ricky, whatever. I got a couple of I tried on some Fabletics like work leisure pants, bro.
Yeah.
And they was fine in the waist, bro. It was just the thighs. I'm like, wait a second now. This is a little form fitting. I was a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, that's what I need to do to blend in over there in the boroughs. I'll definitely do that. Pause.
Get you a Nike
Probably
Tech suit
pause,
too.
man.
Nike Tech, yeah.
I do,
It's
and I have to wear it a few times. That is for sure.
There you
Can't
go.
be brand new. It's got to be
Gotta be a little used.
worn.
Little used,
Yes,
yeah.
right. Right. So yeah, so I'm with you, man. I'm gonna pick the Knicks. I'm gonna pick the Knicks. They're gonna make a finals appearance. I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Tibbs, big fan of Brunson. I like Big Cat, man. He's
That's your
hilarious.
twin.
I guess if that's my doppelganger, we might as well make a NBA finals appearance. So I'm with you on that side. Back to the west side. Lakers definitely, fuck you, man. Gotta make a Western Conference finals
Fuck you,
appearance.
me.
If they got if AD is healthy, LeBron is healthy, and the coach is competent, fuck are y'all talking about? So we
That's how I
haven't
feel.
had all three of those levers pulled at the same time. Let's make sure that happens this year. Who are they going to face? Da 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 da. I'm I think this is a little tougher for me, to be honest with you. Is it does Phoenix have enough?
No. I don't trust Budenholzer. And like they have the same problem they do last year. They're a little small inside, and I guess they have a point guard now in Tyus Jones. But to me, if KD's playing the four all season long, that come on,
Right?
KD's your starting four all season. That's a little tough. And again, he's got the height, but do you really want 35, 36-year-old Kevin Durant anchoring? Your I don't know. I don't feel great about it personally, but that's just.
That'd be my ideal finals matchup. So you get a KD, LeBron on the same side of the bracket,
Okay.
right? You can see
You,
that.
you don't believe in the Balkan boys, Luca
What,
and
oh,
Jokic. You don't believe in the white guys. I'll be honest. What I saw them do, what I've seen them do in the playoffs to these folks is borderline racist.
yeah.
And I don't know if they can stop them. Like those two, I really don't know if they can stop those two. You watched how he Luca dismantled the Timberwolves after they took out Denver. I thought it was crazy. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to go against the Mavericks. I think Luca getting a sniff of the finals. I think he's going to be motivated. I hope he's motivated. He needs some motivation because I swear he rolls in every season just, doing whatever, and he's killing folks, averaging 33 a night. So I find it hard. And, like I said, I feel like Kyrie has a whole new spin on life. He's got his own shoe line. I don't know, man. I feel like the Mavs are primed to go back. And again, I don't know. I think the Timberwolves are one team that got a little less good.
Yeah. I got you. I got my pick. I
give me
your
final pick. Go ahead.
Lakers, Thunder. Thunder take one more step forward, but it's still not enough. The Caruso addition is enough to easily carry them into a 1 seed for the regular season. They will have the easier side of a bracket when they get through. They'll probably look at some like Clippers, Grizzlies, Pelicans fucking combination, right, to get there. While the Lakers, of course, have to go through a bloodbath, but it's all good. We don't kill you, make you stronger. I got OKC Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Our Los Angeles Lakers with rookie head coach JJ Redick making a finals appearance. And this is the one. This is the one where everybody's heart is on the line because this is very well, probably everyone's going to predict LeBron's finals. The stage is set. And now that NBC has now picked up the NBA, and I don't know who has the finals series, but can we make them more important?
It's next year.
Oh, is it? Fuck. All right.
They still got
TNT. But can we still make them more important? Right? Like, can we do some
get the emblem back on the court, bro?
You know, the stage is set. Like, can we get a little small going across an open field in the valley, right? Players coming in from black backgrounds, right? Let's build the aura, as the kids say, the aura. Can we get the aura going? Bring that back. Not just fucking Meg Thee Stallion playing while they do starting lineup introductions. Wow. Anyways, Lakers Knicks in the NBA Finals, and this is going to be why did I forget new boy's name? This is going to be Adam Silver's Mona Lisa. They're going to say that this was all rigged. He's going to laugh from his throne because he gets his 2 biggest markets playing each other in the NBA Finals. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Thank you, TNT, for everything you've done for us. We gave you some great series. We're moving on to Amazon off the backs of the highest rated NBA Finals in 14 years. That's the story. I printed off the script. I'm just letting y'all know how it's going to go.
There you go. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I had the exact same finals, Lakers, Knicks, because I'm not picking the Celtics to go to the finals nor win the finals. Like, that's crazy. So I'm not picking that. And I had the Lakers winning in 6 swift ones. And like you said, it'll be a momentous opportunity. Bronny James, rookie champion, won with his dad. Can you imagine the storyline? Hey, print it one more time. Send it back for edit. Like, we got to add a couple. There's storylines upon storylines upon storylines here. And it's going to be beautiful, and you guys are going to be so happy with the result. And I hope, hey, kiss all the people that mean something to you, because we're going to another plane once this happens. We're going to enter the 4th dimension when the Lakers hoist that trophy next
year. Yeah, that's going to be nasty. We haven't had the champagne flowing, man. We're going on. I'm getting a little thirsty.
Yeah, we gotta re-outfit the garage. You know, we gotta get
right.
My ski goggles have just been sitting there with 5-year-old champagne on it now. Like, at this point, we gotta redo it. So the Lakers. I'm excited for them. Like I said, hey, very close within the margins. I think those are 2 really good teams. I think the top 4 are very good teams. So we'll see what the NBA season plays out. Health being a huge thing per usual, matchups being a big thing per usual. But I think we're primed for one of the better seasons we've seen in a long time.
And we ready for it. We ready. Like we said, we re-energize, we revitalize. It's funny. You start getting the smell of swine up out the building. Start smelling a little better. So here we go. Lakers back, Late Night Lake Show back. We excited to be rocking with y'all this year. Check us out on Playback. We'll be doing more in-game commentary throughout the season, the same type of, dialogue and topics that we bring to y'all on the podcast, just with the wonderful ambiance of a Lakers game playing in the background. So we're excited to be rocking with y'all again. We're going to get up out of here, and we'll see y'all soon. For Kwame, it's Ricky. Late Night Lake Show. We out. Peace.